So, for the most part, things will be pretty simple. You had mentioned YouTube things, website things, copyright issues, video editing, and different tools for lecturing. So the websites, I'll talk to my friend tonight about all the different things, and I'll send you his information soon. I won't cover that in the video. What I'm going to cover is the YouTube and the video editing and copyright issues. With the lecturing, I feel like I don't know enough about it to really be helpful. It's kind of like the blind leading the blind. So if I do find anything, I'll let you know, but otherwise, I'm going to leave it there. So the very first thing you're going to want to do is on YouTube, you need to get verified before you can make money, before you can do anything really important. To do so, you go to your settings, view additional features, and you'll see an option of longer videos and a bunch of different things that you'll need to. Here it says partner verified. That's what you're going to need to get. Usually you have to submit a phone number, do some verification of proving you're really you, and it should be simple. They used to have a lot more requirements, but as of now, that's what they currently are. However, in order to make money once that happens, you need to have a minimum of 1,000 subscribers to your channel, and you'll need to have 4,000 watch hours from those subscribers in the last 12 months. So it's no easy task to start earning money. But once you get that, then the money will start kind of rolling in nicely. So as you see, it says not enabled because I have not reached this eligibility. However, for selling other people's products, that's where sponsorships come in, which again, I'm ineligible because they're even more required than the ads and things. But once you reach those certain subscriber limits and the hours required over the last 12 months, YouTube will start sending you different options. You can also find them yourself, but usually letting YouTube do it for you, for the YouTube side of things at least, is a lot simpler. Now, as for video editing, the program I use, it's a paid program. It's called Videopad Video Editor. It's very, very simple to use, which is why I like it and it's worth paying for. Now, what you want to do, if let's say you had mentioned finding different videos to download, for this one I'm just going to use this short little, this guy. Which again, for these, you want to be sure they aren't copyrighted, or if they are copyrighted, you want to get their permission by either messaging them or being sure, at the very least, when you're not making money, in your description you're saying where you get things from, which I'll explain later. So it's very simple to download them. You copy it. And the program I used, the website was this one, Y2Mate. I know it looks like it's like an app thing, but it's not. It's actually just a website I saved to my computer. But you can use that one, or a new one I found which works nicely as well as this, but this one has a lot of ads. It's onlinevideoconverter.com. And you can convert video or audio file. Very simple. This one, however, is trying to ask for a file, which is why I don't particularly like this site, because usually I have to retype in the whole thing, YouTube to MP4, find online converter, video converter, and then here it is. So it likes to remake you do everything every time. Whereas the other one, which is Y2Mate, usually would take you just right here, and I've saved this to my computer, and it still works beautifully. So whatever you choose, and this one gives you options of size as well. The video itself is only 720p, so that's why it's here. But I like this guy. But it's entirely your choice what you use. They both work the same. It's just if you want to have it simple or you want to be more complicated. And you see it downloads very simply. As for music, the site I like for music is one called BinSound, because it has a bunch of royalty-free music. You can choose like what type of music you want to hear. You can listen to it. Very, very simple. However, I'll show you, when you press the download button, it'll say you have to give credits in your videos, like YouTube say music was from this site. There are sites you don't have to do that for. I don't like them because they don't have as many options. But if you would like some more, my friend Micah knows a bunch of them, and I can ask him and send you other ones. But this is my personal favorite. Because all you have to do, once you do it, is if you do put this link in the thing, you download, and you're done. You have the entire song. And you can see the times, and it's just very simple. Now, as for using these videos in Video Edit Pro, the reason I like this program is because of how easy it makes it. Because you simply drag and drop, and now it's in the video file. Drag and drop, it's in the audio file. Now you see you have a video track and you have an audio track. So you put the video, obviously, in the video track. and you can put the audio file. However, this one you notice it's in the audio track. You have two options here. If you don't want the sound from the video in general, you can, there should be a little option where it's on clipping it, on link from video right here. You unlink it and you can move the sound around by itself and delete the sound. Or, let's say you want it both, you can just undo that, and you can drag down here, and drag the audio file below to make a new audio track, which it did not do that time. Because of how big this guy is. We'll shrink him down. There we go. And you can drag it there. Video track 2. And you can put it right on top so both sounds will be playing. So now if I press play, this is their thing. That's the words they put. So obviously this video you couldn't use for legal reasons because they made it. But yeah, but let's say you want to add those types of words. They're very, very simple. For this program, add text. Find the font you like, so I'll use their default font. You can choose different colors for the font, you can choose different outlines for the font, the size of the font, and then you just type. So I'll say Videopad test. Videopad test. Very large. But there, and then if you look, you can see exactly where you want it to go. So I'm just going to kind of shove it in. You can control times or anything like that. Which my issue before, I used to put it on the video itself, which was a pain to move later, so I'd suggest you don't do that. Don't link it to the video. You'll see there's the things they had. Here's the one I added, which looks very unprofessional, you notice. What you'd want to do is add different effects. Such as you can fade it in, fade it out, so enter fade in duration. Let's say 2 seconds. You go to the beginning. If you look, it fades in now. But it still just vanishes after. Then you can add a fade out as well. Let's try again. If you look, it fades in. But 2 seconds seems a little long for that type of size. You could either make it longer, like the whole thing longer, or you can always edit the sizes by clicking. And there we go. And again, you can always, let's say you want to change it, you can click it, and you can edit again. Because let's say your video is this size. Boom. You can choose everything. If you wanted, the auto is this because that's the size the video was, but you can manually change. So 1920 by 1080 is usually what videos are recorded in, so you might want to put to that. This is just a smaller laptop I'm using currently because all my programs are on it. And that's very, very simple. And you can add more text, make it whatever you want. You can make this one more colorful maybe, or you can make it pop. You can make it do whatever you want. Which these are all things I could go into step by step of how to use every single one. But personally I suggest you'd mention places to learn how to use programs. And honestly what I did was very simple. Of literally just going to YouTube. I don't know why I was typing YouTube again. Videopad video editor tutorial. There's a ton of them. Some of them are really short, simple, some of them are much longer, but they're very self-explanatory for the most part. After about one video, I pretty much had it, and you can watch a couple more if you want to learn shortcuts. But that's the basis of it. Let me just go through your list to be sure everything's covered. Copyright issues, that's why I didn't talk about. Glad I had the list. So if you notice, in the settings, you'll see copyright strikes. Currently I have 0. Technically you can dispute them. You're not going to win. The easiest way to avoid copyright issues is just not to have them. To give as much credit as you can in your description to be sure the videos you're finding aren't like completely trademarked. Things like that. Because if you do get a copyright strike, it's not the end of the world. It's just this little guy will slowly get more and more sad until you can't post things. And there's not really a way to fully avoid it. Let's see what else is there. I think that's pretty much it. I can show you a couple more little things here. What I was talking about for linking is before how you had it. Not how you had it, how I had it. Well, duration, that'd be important. This little guy. Because the other one, if you noticed, when you clicked here, it is straight up said here's the duration. This one, when you're editing, you choose how you want it to happen. This one doesn't look that great, but I'll use it anyways. That's not what I thought it was, so it didn't look too bad. But you could actually link it directly into the video, like that. Now it's in the video, but then if you ever edit anything else, it creates a bunch of issues. Now you see there's a giant gap. So you don't want that. I believe that's the most important stuff to learn. Obviously the most important being getting yourself verified, then getting the program. There are other programs out there. This one ran the smoothest for me, especially for saving them, which that's the important part, is saving. If you want to save it to edit it later, you can always just save project file and it'll save the physical file with all these different little things so you can edit it later. But once you're done with that and you want to export it to actually post to YouTube, export video, you have to choose a different format. There's a bunch of different options for you. Where you want to go, this is obviously the size for this. You can choose your resolution. So if you recorded it super, like 4K, you could save it as that. Or if it was less, you could save it as less. Entirely your choice. I usually keep this off. It doesn't make much of a difference when you read. There's a whole bunch of explaining what it does. When I did it, it worked best for me keeping it off. You can turn it on. It doesn't make much of a difference. And then you just press create. And it usually takes 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how fast your computer is. And once your video is done, you upload it to YouTube and your problems are solved. And also, there's little things that all the tutorials will show you of like adjusting the volumes of different things. So if you wanted the main songs, like the videos sound down and the track you added loud, or if you're talking, you could have yourself loud and the track down. Or there's even a way you can go in and manually select different things to drag and drop them. So only one particular part of the video will be loud, and it'll come back loud and go back quiet. And all of those things, if you'd like a more in-depth video I can make, otherwise you usually can find them very quickly and easily on YouTube in about a 5-minute video, and they'll probably explain it a lot better because they just make those videos. But if not, you can let me know and I'll make another one. Otherwise, that should be the simplest things. If I find any different programs for the tools and for lecturing, I'll let you know. And I'll send you information on the websites and making those soon, and how you can start even making money off the websites as well. But hopefully that was helpful, at least somewhat. And if not, let me know.